$50 challenge. Yeah, the $50 challenge. Okay, I'll allow. I usually wouldn't let you in because it's normally on my GST stream, so you guys get a little bit of an extra few hours. But it's on gold, so if you put your prediction in on gold, I'll let you in. So gold here is the Friday competition for movement on whatever price you think on Friday. Personally, I think gold's a mess. I don't like it. I have a bias that gold will get up to this resistance area by Friday, but it's kind of settling down a little bit. But here, I mean, how can you trade that? That's just, it's hard to trade. Look at this fake out to the upside, massive rejection, and now we're moving back up to the upside. If this settles down a little bit, maybe does something like this, pushes on for gold, might look better. I think A1 are about to put a video up on gold, on my gold and silver outlook. I like silver better. I think silver is a nicer chart. But yeah, gold is the $50 challenge. So if you're watching this, what I do on my YouTube every Monday is a little fun competition where I pick whatever it is, a currency pair, an index, a commodity, or whatever, and we all put our price predictions in for the price on Friday. If you can see, is here. We've done 3 so far. I won one of them. So we did the SPX, we did the DXY. Last week we did Bitcoin, and this week we're doing gold. So basically, the person closest to the price of gold on Friday wins $50.
New Zealand, yeah, dollar. Let me take away some of my annoying things. I still have an open trade there. I still have an open trade on New Zealand dollar for other reasons than this has not made a higher high yet. Okay, so what do I do now? I wait. I have nothing else to do than wait. So I'm gonna take this evening off. I'm not gonna do anything else other than doing nothing, I guess. And then I will say, if this goes lower tomorrow, great. If this goes higher tomorrow, great. And I will not bother with it anymore. Can you buy this here? Good question. It's not really my favorite trading opportunity, I would say. Of course it can, but what you like the first. Let's go through the book here, okay? The first rule in the book that I have is, first of all, you need to be at buy area. Where are you right now? Right now you are at take profit. This was the buy area. That is number 1. Number 2, if you are in a buy area, you then need sellers to take profit, so you can buy it again. And this has not happened because we are a target for buyers, not sellers. So I wouldn't, based upon that information, be buying New Zealand dollar. Third, sorry, 1, 2, 3. I can't even count today. The third option here is, wouldn't it be better to buy 71 rather than buying 72.50, 72.25, and risking it for it to go higher, lower, or whatever? So what I'm saying here is, I would rather have a 4-hour support reversal here and then go higher, rather than what we have right now in New Zealand dollar, where we have, I would almost try to say that's almost potentially a double top. And then if we now break, that is definitely a double top. And then we might do something before we go higher again. So that is a very high risk buy entry, is my conclusion. Can you buy that? Yes, you can, mate.
So is this going to hold? Well, it did have a big bounce. And so we're in this big rally going north. And so what I'm going to be doing as we move into next week is paying a little bit more attention to this pullback that we have and see if we get a turnaround to the upside. Because if so, then prices go into the up part of the range of their larger time frame. And so that gives us an opportunity. So are we in a position at the moment right now where we're not 100% certain what the New Zealand cat's going to do? And the answer to that is no, I don't think it is. I think it's very clear that we should continue to be bullish on the New Zealand CAD, and so which means that we need to be buying on dips on New Zealand CAD. And I'm going to go into the 1 hour right here as I dig into the details. So I've got a lot of lines here. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the charts a little bit so we can get a little clearer picture of what's going on. So let's pay attention to the details that we have in front of us right here. Oh, by the way, we had a lot of whippy-lashy type of movement. Look at this. Someone pushing the wrong button on the platform, but we had like a spike here and a spike there. And the funny thing is with these spikes, I had pending orders over here sitting to get into the trade. We were able to get into a pending order, but I had other accounts that were bullish and it never took profit going long. It never closes out with profit. So the spreads were that wide, but they managed to get us into a trade, but they didn't manage to get us out of a trade in profit. So it's pretty weird how this worked out. And this worked out on both this sell right here and this buy going long right here. So that was pretty interesting. I believe I sent a tweet out on this. This is it right here. Yeah. What happened? I said, yo, what is happening to the New Zealand CAD? 2 big price moves in less than 24 hours. But unfortunately for us, we managed to capture our 20 per profit and get out. But there was that trade right here that was pretty interesting this week on those 2 spikes on the New Zealand CAD.
NYSE. That stands for New York Stock Exchange Open, right? So when the New York Stock Exchange Open, you can expect some volume, not all the time, but on a pair like USD, right? That affects USD because it's New York, the US. As you can see, we did get some volume. We just completely shot up. So, if we go back here, if we use that same strategy we just talked about on gold, let's see here. So I typically, on a pair like this, I do favor the 15-minute. So let me delete this. So we did get a break of structure, right? We got to break a structure above the zone right here. We wait for that next candle. That next candle did not show us bullish momentum, did it? That next candle, but what it did do was it told us something. Take a look at this blue candle. And put this in replay mode. This is why it's important to know your candlesticks. Check this out. You may say, isn't this a bearish candle? Isn't it purple? Well, let's take a look at the body. What is the body of this candle telling us? The body is telling us that, hey, we have a wick rejection to the downside. So we're rejection to go down. The volume of the candle is where the body is. So from here to here, the volume is pushing up, right? The body is at the top of the candle. It's not at the bottom of the candle. So because the volume is pushing up and the wick is rejection, the downside, for me, this is a bullish candle. For me, this is like a little fake out, right? This is making people think we're coming down. You know what I mean? That was just a little pullback. I'm going to call that a little pullback candle. All right. And that's why the next candle went up.
Being here. I remember a time, you guys, when I was in college, studying and working towards becoming a software engineer. That was what I did in college. And I remember I just didn't have a passion for computer science and for programming. It just wasn't my thing. I wanted to do it because I saw that it made good money, which is a pitfall by itself. But anyways, I ended up following through with it. But I remember in my college classes being like, man, I wish every day I could just cover the markets and trade my money and do that sort of stuff. And so I say very, very humbly that I am so thankful to be able to do what I do, share analysis with you guys on YouTube and to trade my own money. It is a dream for myself, and I'm sure for a lot of you guys as well. And I do believe that if you spend enough time and work towards this and you have that long-term vision, it didn't happen overnight for me and it won't for you either. But if you are dedicated, there is that potential to make trading a side hustle and maybe even someday your primary thing. So